Hey everyone, welcome back to where I talk about things for an extended period of time that you really don't have to listen to. Today I'm going to be reviewing and talking about my experience reading Fun Home. Uh, this is a family tragicomic written by Alison Bechdel. I picked it up because it's a Broadway musical that I really enjoy. It has made me cry, the musical, and this has got me either crying or very close to it. Let's talk about the reading process for a second. This is like a graphic novel. I really enjoy it. Her style of writing is really amazing, and what Allison does is and it seems like her father did as well, but she uses a lot of literature and literary allusions to draw many parallels between her own life and fictional stories. So I think that's very interesting, but let me talk about my personal experience in reading here for a second. I've had this book so this is 2021. So I haven't had this book since last Christmas. It should be Christmas of 2020, but the Christmas of 2019, 2 Christmases ago. And I really have enjoyed it. It's just I need to get into a better habit of reading more, whether it's 10 minutes or 10 pages, because then I could have read this in like either less than a month or a month or two, and it took me so long, and I feel like that's not fair. So, yeah. And I really could fit in enough reading time in a day if I really tried. But let's stop talking about procrastination. Let's go back to talking about Fun Home. This is a masterpiece. Like, sure, the Broadway musical soundtrack is as well, and I would have loved to have been the Me I Am and seen Fun Home on Broadway, but that was a while ago. So let's talk about this book. It's amazing. You can see I have like just wear and tear marks through there. It's taken me a while to read this. I'm only in my first reading. Just finished it today, but it's really good. And she does it in like chapters. I think there's 7, and then before each one, you get these like little nice pictures that she does, more detailed than these are. But she is really good at drawing these like comic like characters, and it fits just like so well, having like portraying like people in this way, but and at the same time she uses like documents and puts these in picture like comic book panels as well, and like you see there's like a picture of a map right there. And then you get like, oh, and then this one is just not a common panel, but she uses like sound effects there, and then you get like this like moving head to show animation. But at the same time, let's see, we get like more detailed pictures, and this is a very different style comic. Well, not different. It's a great graphic novel, and this you can call comic books graphic novels, like ones of superheroes, which I really do enjoy. But this, in its purest form, is a literal graphic novel, and it is done really well. I think you gotta have like a certain understanding of vocabulary and literature to get a full grasp of this. And I do not have full knowledge of all the literature that she referenced in here, but I have a good enough knowledge where like it makes sense, just as long as you have like a little basic understanding. So let's talk about this more. I think I already said it's well executed, but oh my gosh, it really is amazing, and I think it's slept on, and that's just my opinion. Like, more people should be reading this if they can. I'd give this like a 9 out of 10 ish, maybe even more. I'd say ish because maybe even more. Read this if you are into the Fun Home musical. Read this if you are into stories like about family. Read this if you are into stories about identity. I think I've talked about like all the. This isn't coming of age, but it talks about a lot about childhood as well. And it's just so interesting to read like the story of the life of someone who's gone through these experiences, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, this is one of my shorter videos, but I just think I come on here and talk about this, and you obviously, I'll talk about the musical's relation to it first. So I think this was written first. It's an autobiography of Alison Bechdel. And the first one I listened to the musical first, I'm like, I mean, it's an interesting thing, but like, why did they choose to make it about her life? And after reading this, I can definitely see why she has This is quite the book to base the musical off of. And okay, so here's the book, front, back. You get like a lot of musical stuff here, and then a tiny bit here in the middle, and then like a good amount here at the end. So in the middle chunk, there's not as much of musical references, but you get a good amount at the end, and it really ends in a nice, touching manner, and I enjoy that. So don't like, and you see like obvious like parallel to the lines said and sung, and you feel the emotion. Like if you listened to the musical and soundtrack or saw it, you will see and hear many like direct parallels because they drew like directly from this. So yeah, that's the book, 9 out of 10, Fun Home by Alison Bechdel.